Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is April 9th, 2023. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at stocks with very high short ratio and see how to profit from it. So with that, let's jump in and get started. Look, let's start with a quick market update and go from there. From a market perspective, we got Friday's market here. Look, Dow Jones Industrial Average went up on Friday slightly, not much. Nasdaq also went higher on Friday, as well as S&P 500. Let's look at market in a little bit bigger time frame and go from there. We can click on futures in Finviz and we can jump into indices. Look, we got a chart here about say 6 months or so. Look, market has been making a comeback here. Dow Jones Industrial Average has been going higher since say mid-March or so. Same story with S&P 500 as well as Nasdaq. Look, Nasdaq has a nice rally. Russell 2000 is struggling slightly, mainly because of the bank failures. It's also showing an uptrend here. And look, we got VIX. VIX is almost coming down big time here. That tells you volatility is not there at this time. So with that, let's look at the broader market here. Let's look at fear and greed index from CNN. Look, from a fear and greed index perspective, right now we're in a greed mode here. When we are in a greed mode, that's when things like short squeeze will happen, typically as we enter the greed mode here. And when you're in neutral or fear or extreme fear, normally you don't see too many short squeezes. Short squeeze sweet spot is in a greed and extreme greed mode. That's when you see short squeezes happening and stocks going higher. All right, let's look at market rotations and see what's going on here. For that, my favorite tool is really TradingView.com. So you can go into TradingView.com and look in the stocks dashboard here. This is free. Anybody can register and get the free account in TradingView.com. I will put a link for you. Look, you can go all the way down here. They got a sector rotation here. I would go here and say 15 days. So in a 15-day time frame, look on the top, we got energy. Energy has been going higher. Now it's trying to trend down, as you can see here. And then we got here one more right here. Look, we got communications. Think about Facebook and some of these communication stocks like Google and Verizon, AT&T. I think there is some strength going on in the communication services now. That's going higher. All the way at the bottom here, look, we got industrials struggling slightly here, and somewhere here red. Healthcare is also struggling slightly. When the broader market goes higher, safe havens typically come down. That's what's going on here. Look, we got one more right here, communications, that's also going higher. All right, now let's jump in here and go to my favorite tool, which is Finviz. Pretty simple tool here. So in the Finviz, I would go into screener here and I would go into my preset. Think of presets as a filter. So I have my filter called short interest. Look, as you go into short interest here, you get my criteria is very simple, as you can see here. I'm looking for stocks with the price more than $1 and short float over 10%. And I'm looking at current volume more than 1 million shares traded. So with that criteria here, I could go into my custom view. If you have Finviz Elite membership, you can create your own custom tab and pick and choose what columns you want to see. Look, I got here my own custom tab here. I wanted to see these columns. That's where I got them here. And look, I got here float short. So we are saying we have float short right here, right here. So all these stocks have got very high short ratio, as you can see here. Top of the list is Silvergate. I would not be trading Silvergate at this time, mainly because it's probably it will enter the bankruptcy here, not worth your money here. So the moment you are here, you could do a couple things here. Look, Finviz also added sales. You can have actual sales number here. Typically, I like the companies with the sales good sales number and also the sales growth, as you can see here. All right, so in this probably what I will do is I will remove price to earnings ratio here, so that way it does not clutter. I will go into settings mode here, and I would probably remove the price to earnings in the current view here. And let's go here, PE, I can just remove it. Look, that's gone. So we can see most of the things in single screen right now. I would close that up here. Look, we got nice view here. I would put filters on top again. So this is our view here. So what I would do now is let's do one thing. Let's see what else I can remove here. So for now, I would probably remove sales also, so we can look at everything in a simple one pager. Let's go back here. I will remove sales for now. You can always add any time, as many of you know here. I would go here. Let's look at sales. Look, we got sales right here. I would remove sales for now. Look, that's gone. And now we got a concise view. I can look at all the columns very easily. So now what I will do is, for the short squeeze names here, as many of you know here, we should not chase the short squeeze stocks which are going extremely higher. So that's why next important filter will be RSI. I would go here to RSI, go to my custom filter. I want the RSI between 0 and 55. I don't want to chase the stocks which are going high. RSI above 55 tells you at this time probably not worth chasing because stock is going higher. So we got our criteria here. Look, we have 162 stocks, as you can see here. That's our universe after these filters here. Next, what we'll do is really, we should not catch the falling knives, as they say. Let's look at some best candidates. Finviz has got great filter here. It's called signal at the top, as you can see here. You could go to the signal here and look at some of the bullish signals. Look, we can go here and look, we got upgrades, earnings before. We can go all the way down here. Look, we got TL support, which is trend line support. Click on trend line support here. Look, we got two stocks, as you can see here. And look, we got a short ratio here, 16 and 10, which is pretty good here. So we can go into the charts tab here, see what's going on. Look, from a chart perspective, as you can see here, LYFT has got a trend line support. Look, we got the trend right here and trend line support. Stock is trying to go higher from the trend line, which is a good sign here. So at this time you could slowly buy some lift here. And let's look at next one, NCLH, Norwegian Cruise Line. Same story. Look, we got nice trend line support here. You could also get into Norwegian Cruise Line here. For the folks who want to go into a little more detail, you could click on it. You can click on lift here, and look, we got earnings per share slightly down, sales going higher. That's a good story here. Shares outstanding is slightly going up, not a big deal. And right now looks like they got some old upgrade from February 14. As you scan through here, there is nothing major here. Lift stock still isn't a buy. Until new CEO does this. I mean, there are some news here. We could look at some of these news here, but right now we got trend line support. You could take advantage and buy some lift here. All right, let's go back here. Next is Norwegian Cruise Lines. So you could click on it. You'll get some detail. Same story, nice trend line support, as you can see here. And you could see here, look, their earnings per share is going higher. Nice uptrend. That's good. Still negative, but uptrending. And sales is going higher. That's a good story. Folks are buying cruise lines tickets. And look, shares outstanding is slightly high, but I think it's okay here. At this time, you could also open a slight position here and go from there. As you look through here, they also have earnings. Look, earnings is already over. It's on February 28th. You don't have any earnings risk right now. And as you scan through, there are some news items here. And look, CEO is, let's see here. CEO is selling. It's very old. We don't need to worry at this time. All right, so that's about trend line support, and we could look at next signal here. Wedge up is also a good sign here. If stock is wedging up, you should be looking at that also. Look, we got ASO here, which is You can click on it. It's a look ASO, which is Academy Sports. Look, it's got a short ratio. Let's see here. Short ratio here 8.16%, as you can see here, and nice wedge up type pattern here. You could take a look at this also here. RSI is 51, middle of the road here. This can go higher, and as you can scan through here, earnings per share is going higher. That's good. And sales is slightly down in 2023. Shares outstanding is coming down. Looks like they're buying back their share. And look, they got initiated by Robert Baird, outperform to 80 target price here. Right now stock is at 63. There is some upside from the current level here, so you could buy some ASO here, take advantage of this here. And let's go in here and look at next one here. So you could go all the way here. Instead of wedge down, I would not go here. And let's look at triangle ascending and see if there is any stocks. There is nothing here. We can go to the next one here, and we can go into channel up. We should be looking at channeling up stocks here. Look, there is nothing much. We can go to the next one here, and double bottom is one of the good bullish signal here. You could look at double bottom. Look, we got one here, PEB. Click on it, and look, we got Pebblebrook Hotel Trust, and look, it's got a double bottom indicated by Finviz here. And as you can scan through here, we got short ratio, which is 12%, which is good. As you scan through here, look, earnings per share is trending up. That's good. Sales is trending higher. That's also great. Shares outstanding is pretty constant, which is good. And look, it's got a downgrade while ago. No need to worry right now. And look, they got earnings coming up here on April 26th, which is I think it's 2 weeks out. You could take a look at this here, generally trending higher at this time here. And look, chairman is buying. Look, CEO is buying, as you can see here. That's also good here. Look, he has been let's see here, March 22 has been buying for a while here, so that's a good sign here. All right, let's look at the next one here. Go back. So we are in double bottom here. Let's go into multiple bottom. It's also a good bullish signal here. And look, we got 3 here. W, which is a furniture company, as many of you know here. Wayfair, it's been not doing great off late, but look, the moment you have a double bottom, there is a good this is a good indicator. The stock can go higher. And look, from a short perspective, this has got a very high short ratio, as you can see here. And look, from a earnings per share perspective, fundamental perspective, not doing great, trending down. Sales is also trending down, and shares outstanding is trending slightly high. Fundamentals are not great, but if you are a speculative type buyer, you could buy. Look at few upgrades from the analysts here in February and January and so on and so forth. Latest price target is 70 from Barclays, so you could take a look at this one also here. Assuming with this multiple bottom here, this can also trend higher. All right, so we got 2 more multiple bottoms. We got NTST here, multiple bottom, stock is going higher. And we got real it's again trending high, multiple bottom, as you can see here. Real I think it's trying to make some progress here. It's a second-hand store, as many of you know here. Sales is going up. Earnings per share trending higher. Shares outstanding is pretty good here. Looks like they got some downgrade back in January here, but overall I think it's you could put some money here. Given this is showing some good strength at this time here. And we got NTST here trending higher. Look, it's trending higher nicely, multiple bottom. And look, its short ratio is 13%, as you can see here. And look, its earnings per share is positive. Sales is doing great. Only not so great news is shares outstanding is going higher, which is not a good sign here. I think they should control that, but at this time, given RSI is 52, you could take a small position here. This can go higher also. All right. So that's about multiple bottom here. You could also look at head and shoulders inverse, which is again a bullish pattern, as many of you know. Look, we got nothing in head and shoulders inverse here. So that's about these stocks here. Using Finviz.com, which is one of my favorite tools. You can do a lot of research here. Typically, when I find a stock, I do a little more research using Finviz itself, going into fundamentals and so on and so forth here. All right, so next, I also look at fintel.io. It's again one of the good site to get some information, and then you can do some more research on your own. So I will take you to Fintel dashboard. Look, I got here a short squeeze leader dashboard from Fintel, and I will remove the filters. Look, Fintel gives you some data, but there is not too much context. So what I do is really I take the data from Fintel and look at the other data points from TradingView and Finviz and bar chart and so on and so forth, and enrich the data. Look, this is the dashboard here from Fintel. I would filter it, and look, we got Getty, UNCY, so on and so forth here. As many of you know here, we don't want to chase these stocks here. What I would do is really I would go into this RSI here. I will say RSI less than 55%. I don't want to chase them. Let's say less than 55%. And look, we got few names here, not too many here. And what we can do now is I don't want to look at very small volume. Let's say volume more than 500,000 or so. So that way it's a little bit better from a volume perspective. We want to look at liquid stocks here. Look, now we are getting somewhere here. And we could look at these names here. Look, top of the list, we got CSSE. As you can see here, CSSE market cap is 24 million, very small market cap, and price is $1.99. As you can see here, 3 million shares traded. And look, RSI perspective, it's improving. As you can see here, stock is slightly going higher. If you are a speculative type buyer, you could buy some CSSC here. Look, its rank is 9. It came up 127 positions up here. You could look at this one here, and look, as you look through here, days to cover. One of the important thing is really days to cover. Look, days to cover is not too much here. Well, let's do one thing. Let's do filter. Days to cover should be at least more than say 2 or 3. I don't like to have very small days to cover. Let's go here and say days to cover greater than 2 here. So at least 2 days it should go higher. Look, we got a small list here. We got Silvergate also at the top here, very speculative, as many of you know here. From an RSI perspective, it's coming down, as you can see here. I would probably skip this one. It's not worth your while to trade Silvergate at this time. And you could look at stocks like RILY. Look, even Silvergate, look, it's up 9 positions from last week. That tells you there are some of these extreme speculators still buying some Silvergate here. Given short ratio is high. Look, we got short ratio. Let's see here, short float here, 71, which is super high. And then you got RILY here, $750 million market cap here. It's a $25 stock. Look, it's getting clobbered here. Look, RSI 14 days 30, RSI 5 days 18. Looks like it's coming down big time here. 1 day down, 5 day down, 10 day also stock is down here. But look, it's position in the leaderboard increased by 25 points here, 25 positions, which is good. And as you scan through here, short interest is increasing in 1 month time frame here. And look, we got days to cover 7. That tells you if this goes higher, it can go for 7 days, because this is identified by looking at the current short volume and looking at the average 5-day volume. This can go higher about 7 days, if short squeeze happens. And then you got a Groupon here. Look, Groupon also came up 5 positions in the leaderboard. As you scan through here, RSI is it's going higher, as you can see here. Groupon right here, yeah, look, it's up in 1 day, up in 5 day, and so on and so forth here. You could still buy some Groupon up here. Don't expect too much stock going too higher, but look, price is $3.97. If you're a speculator, you can look at this one also. And look, we got few more here. Look, we got some healthy volume in some of these names here. You could look at those names also here. We got PHAT here. Look, it's actually going higher nicely. Look at the RSI 5-day, it's going higher. It's cruising along pretty well here and doing well in 1 day. 5 days it's up, and even 10 days it's up by 1.42%, and it's been going higher. Even for the year it's doing well. Price is about $7. You could look at this one also. And we got a few more, as you can see here. Important thing is to look at things like days to cover. Look, we got Beyond Meat. Looks like we got 15 days to cover. This can rally well if it goes higher. And we got a few more here. Carvana, again, a good one here. Stock is going higher in 1 day and 5 day. You could take a look at that one too. And we got a few more, as you can see here. Even EVgo is, look, it's trying to go higher in let's see here, 1 day no change, 5 days slightly lower. But look, from an RSI perspective, RSI is also getting slightly weaker. You could take a look at such names here. Don't just go by Fintel dashboard or a short squeeze leaderboard. Instead, use some of these data points to filter further down and go from there. All right, so with that, what we'll do is we'll go back to finviz.com here. One more thing you could also do, the moment you have this short squeeze names here, you could also look at one more signal, which is one of my favorite signal. You could go into recent insider buying here. Out of all these names here, look, there is some recent insider buying going on in GAS and in Nova. As you can see here, stock is trending down big time. Look, it's trending down right now, also trending down. And GAS is, look, it's trying to have some support level here, trying to make some consolidation type pattern. You could take a look at this one also and see if it's worth it. Mainly, as you can see here, insiders are buying. Look, we got let's go all the way down here. Look, we got COO, CFO buying here with the nice 503, about $500,000 buying by CEO here. You could look at that one also here, and even Nova for that matter. Click on Nova here. Nova looks like it's doing well from a sales perspective. That's a good news here. Shares outstanding is pretty constant. Even earnings per share is also pretty okay here. Price target is 35. Wow, it's doing pretty okay here. And as you scan through here, look, we got insider buying here. William Burger buying about 9,000, and we got a few more here. I mean, not too much buying like the previous one here. You can take a look at this one also here and see if it's worth buying at these levels here. All right, so with that, we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.